It is the Riot. So our fundraiser's happening right now, but we're still bringing you some podcast goodness.
Yes, we at least get you something. You know, the Riot is on RadioU, which you can check out through RadioU.com. So in order to have this podcast, RadioU, which is listener supported, we have to do a fundraiser every so often.
Yes, we do.
Now, the fundraiser we normally do in the spring got canceled because of COVID. So
the COVID curtain fell.
So we're just doing a couple of days through this Friday to get enough support to keep RadioU going through this summer.
Mm-hmm. So today in the podcast, you get a mix of new and old. The worst of bits you'll hear. I just want to read the titles to you. You cannot see a back tattoo. Okay.
Okay, that's one.
Bagpipes in McDonald's.
Nice.
All right. Nikki is now watching Turkish dramas.
Oh, that made it in there? I haven't watched anything since that one.
Really? Just the one?
No, just the one. That was it.
Okay. And poop bucket for the landlord.
Ugh, a classic.
I don't even know which one that is.
I think that's the one where the lady left it next to the door and then...
Right.
Yeah, and we're like, why? Why would you leave a poop bucket next to the door? But we don't want to spoil it all for
We'll just stop there.
So we'll have each day through the rest of this week some worst of riots for you and then a couple of new things. So hopefully you can join us. Don't forget to check out RadioU.com. If you want to donate to help the Riot podcast, put in the comment section that you're a Riot podcast listener.
I told you guys, I read a thing like only 1 in 10 people that listen to a podcast are willing to support. Let's do better.
We can do better than that.
We can do 2 in 10. I believe in us. Be that second person.
Well, I want to make sure that statement is are willing to support. Does that mean the 1 in 10 actually support?
Do it. Do it. Do it.
We want you to at least think about helping, even if it's a couple of dollars. That really makes a difference.
It does. I mean, seriously. And make sure you put in there that you're a podcast listener because we have to show Michael that because if we don't get enough people, he's canceling it.
That's not it, but it does help.
It does. All right. Well, you guys have a great day.
Thank you for listening today.
Bye.
The definition of insanity is putting the riot on again and again and expecting a better result. It's the worst of the riot on Radio U.
I, for one, am excited about all the extra weight I'm going to be gaining now that
why is there all this stuff?
Because here's what's happened is we followed up quarantine with a fundraiser, and I already have like this suspension chair that's bringing me in the building.
Well, I saw the picture. It'll still be up if you go to like Radio U official on our Instagram. But I saw the picture. Someone brought in boxes of Little Debbie cakes.
God bless them.
And
Thank you.
Some of them I didn't even know were a thing, or I've forgotten about them. But
tell them, Nikki.
Well, I had honey buns. It's like a breakfast pastry. I really love honey buns. I had those in school a lot. You remember those?
No, I am not a honey bun fan.
Really?
No.
Is it the honey part or the bun part?
You know what? It's what happens when you bring a bun with honey. And it's like,
you don't want the combination?
It's an unholy combination. I can't. But that being said,
what did you have?
I haven't had anything yet. I've been waiting.
Some of the boxes are open, so we're not the first ones to go into them.
The zebra stripes.
Oh, the zebra cakes?
Zebra cakes. That's what it is. Remember
there's the like
relationship that we have
with them. There's like cosmic things. There's banana ones. There's oatmeal.
Okay, I'm calling it right now. Those banana ones are the last ones to get eaten.
No, I wanted to try it this morning, but I went with the honey bun. I actually opened it up, but they're very small, and I thought this is not worth it. I can have this later.
This is not
worth it. They're very small.
I appreciate that.
So there's lots of ones I've don't even think I've had before.
Yeah. No, I'm fairly certain with the exception of those bananas, I've had all of those.
The whole lineup?
Okay, like growing up, my stepdad always had Little Debbie's like in the fridge. And you would think that now that I'm out on my own, I would too. Oh, no. No. Like, I don't even have food at my house. I can't.
We have peanut butter.
Yeah, like peanut butter. That's the only food I have.
Peanut butter and toast.
Yeah. But I'll tell you this right now. Tubby's going in there at some point.
And you're going to have some?
Well,
I wasn't sure. Is that for the fundraiser? Did someone bring them for that?
I assume so.
It felt like a trap.
I mean, I'll tell you this.
We're supposed to have like a health insurance meeting, and then we have these things, and it all rolls into where we get punished.
Oh, my gosh. The life insurance rep comes in, drops that off, and then it's like, you just have to have a blood test, and we're going to weigh everybody.
You're like, oh, my God.
What? It's a trap!
It's a trap! We're not supposed to eat these. So as long as everybody else starts eating them, too, we're fine.
No, we're not. We're not.
Well, if we all equally gain. that we're all, on the same level.
It's not good, Nikki. It's not good. I'll tell you this though. Yeah, I'm in. The only reason that I haven't had anything is that I know once I start, I can't stop.
Sure.
Like they're Pringles or something. And 2, once I have 1 or 2, I'll be ready for my nap.
Well, we'll have to try all of them, and someone can't do this again to us.
Can we not make them feel bad?
Well,
I'm glad they did
brought them
that.
out on different days,
No.
so we didn't want to eat all of them.
It was Operation Little Debbie Drop.
Yeah.
You were one of the lucky few who missed the riot when they were live. Yet here you are.
I also like to live dangerously.
This is the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Nathan Fillion is his name. I can't say that I watch anything really recent from him, but he was Mal in Firefly, okay? There. I said it.
He was that guy. He was in Castle
He was
for
on
a
Castle,
while.
and now he's on The Rookie.
That's his show currently.
I actually think he's a great actor. He is one of those people that just has great on-screen presence.
Yeah.
Some people have that. He has that. I do enjoy watching him and stuff, even if I'm not like hugely into it or whatever. But during his Christmas vacation, Nikki, he got a large, and he called it a mistake, but it's a big back tattoo.
Why would he get that?
Of a snake.
Okay, and it's real? Oh, I see it.
I think it's real.
Well, I didn't know if it's for a role or something, and he's just making it look like it's real.
Also a possibility. He is an actor. They do pretend for a living.
Well, it's kind of like the what's his name? Ben Affleck. Like, he's got a huge back tattoo.
Right.
And in the beginning, everyone thought it was done for a role.
Yeah.
And then they wanted to get pictures of it later of like, no, this thing's real. Like, it's massive and it's real.
Now, and I realized since I am not a part of ink culture,
Yeah.
I am not a good person to make comments like this. But when I look at it, I don't know why this has been the one that's made me think about it, but a back tattoo. Like, what good's a back tattoo? Because
No, you're not seeing it?
you can't see it. So, I mean, you're taking it on faith that it's back there.
But if you want to get a large piece, I mean, that's really the best place to put it.
Okay, sure. But again, you never get to see it. You're in the mirror with a mirror. Mm-hmm. Like trying to look back
see
like,
if it's done.
oh, yeah, it looks good back there. It looks good. Wait, I got to swing left. Oh, there it is.
Listen, you just do it.
I know.
Okay,
I get
you just
it.
do it.
I get it. I totally get it. Et cetera, whatever. But just again,
Just a place.
It's just like, hey, I want to get this piece of art. I can't really find a canvas. I'll put it on my back. I can't see it. But sometimes at night, when my skin gets irritated, I'm excited that it's there.
That there's something there.
I'm just like, oh, it's happening.
No, you're right. I mean, I have one on the back of my neck, and I can't see it unless I put my hair up. But
Oh, no,
you
you don't-
still do it.
There's not a tattoo back there.
There is.
No, there's not.
What is it then?
It's gone.
Is it gone? Is it gone?
You don't know.
No, I do know it's still there, but you don't
know. You're taking it on faith right now.
that it didn't just go away.
You can't just look down and like, oh, it's there. No, you're like, no, this one time I paid for this thing, and one time I looked in the mirror, and I'm pretty sure it's there.
But it's a good place to put one if you're trying it out before you get a real estate location that's a little bit more noticeable.
So what, you're saying this is like a rental property before you buy?
Yeah, like if you're
Your
not
back is the apartment of tattoos?
if you're renting. If you're just keeping it back there, no one will really notice.
To see how it goes?
Yeah, unless you're at a place where you wear clothing that shows it or a lack of clothing.
So, do you think I should start wearing like more cutout T-shirts?
Yeah, and then that shows the location
So
of it.
you can see my back tattoo?
That's done as well.
Yeah, it's nice.
So what did he get? He got the snake thing? Or?
Yeah, it's a snake. It's like a cartoon snake. Yeah.
I don't know if it fits his style. But
I have yet to find something that I look at and go, forever.
You got the forever piece?
I want that.
But see, he just puts his shirt on. What tattoo? No one will even know.
No, he doesn't even have to put his shirt on. He just walks away from the mirror and is like, I don't have a tattoo. What are you talking about?
It looks like the bottom looks like it's half snake, half octopus, just because of how the tail was drawn on it. But
it's a
there
snake.
you go.
It's a snake-to-puss.
Nathan Fillion got a large back tattoo over Christmas break.
Nathan says tattoos aren't renting. No. Nathan or Jonathan said that. Jonathan, it's a metaphor.
No, yeah, we're not meaning it like that.
Yeah,
but if you want to start off, it's your first time out of the house. You're now living in a place you want to try something out. You try it on a part of your body that is not going to be so noticeable for everybody.
You know,
it was always
where you can forget about it.
Honestly, it was always where you could hide it from your parents seeing it, and so your back was the place to go.
Man, I still just can't. I understand that other people want them, but I just have never wanted a tattoo.
We'll click out of this one. That's not the right design for you. We'll find you something one day.
Yeah. Keep looking.
Maybe the Riot would sound better if they spent less time improving their lives at their gym. That was sarcasm. It's the Riot on Radio U.
So, Nikki, you dropped HBO Max.
I did, yeah. It took like a week and a half.
I still have it.
You do?
Yes, and I've been watching it. I watched...
Movies or?
Movies.
Okay.
Yeah, I watched Alita Battle Angel over the weekend.
Yeah, did you like it?
I loved it. Everybody was like, I feel like everyone trash talked it when it was released. And I can see, in watching it, I can see why people don't like it.
Sure.
But I can tell you, aside from the ending, which...
is sometimes what some people think is the most important part.
It's not great. They obviously were setting it up for like a trilogy.
Yeah,
and
they thought they'd get a lot.
That's never getting made. Like, they're never making a sequel to that.
You never know. They might.
Okay, they are making 14 Avatar movies.
It was really made for more of an international audience, too.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what's funny is you can tell if it's for an international audience a lot of times based on the color palette. Mm-hmm. Like, it just looks different. I liked it, though. Thought it was good. Now, HBO Max, if you don't know, is owned by Warner. You know who else owns Warner? Or you know who else Warner owns? DC.
They do.
Yeah, and you know what DC makes?
DC Comics.
Comic books.
Yeah.
Do you know what else Warner makes? They make HBO. So what if HBO and DC got together? You've got DC shows on HBO.
Sure.
But what if you had HBO Comics on DC?
Oh, come on. What comics would that be?
They have 3. Oh, my gosh, it's real. They have 3 comic books called DC to the Max that are HBO.
Stop it. The to the max part was it. That was the ending.
They're HBO Max tie-ins.
Uh-huh.
It's about 3 different people who, are you ready?
Subscribe to HBO Max?
No.
And get sucked into an alternate universe?
But they do get superpowers, and they say that, like, it's a metaphor for what happens to you when you sign up for HBO Max. Okay.
I can't tell if you're teasing on some of this. Is the last part teasing?
Everyday people achieving their maximum potential.
Oh, wow. That's a
tie-in. You ready? The comics are meant to embody the theme of HBO Max as you take it to the max.
To the max. Great.
That's right. You know what? This tells me one of 2 things.
They're desperate.
1, cocaine. Or 2.
I think it's a lighter drug.
They need to get outside.
Yeah,
they've got those poor people locked up in a room where they're just like, and everyone will be taking it to the max, and we'll get out there, and it's going to change the world because we're all going to be watching TV at the maximum level, guys.
Followed by a lot of sniffing.
Yes, I love HBO. It's so good.
I hear what you're saying, and that is a strong possibility. I feel like they had to have like 5 tie-ins that the company had to come up with, and this was the last one.
They're like, we still doing, and somebody came up with that. It got pushed through, and then somebody else was like, wait, we were never supposed to make those. What do you mean? They're already shipped.
So are they physical comics?
Yeah.
So they're physical HBO Max comics through the DC sector.
Yep.
Okay.
There are 3 of them.
There's 3 comics.
Hector, a school teacher, learns to fly and ventures into outer space for a rescue mission. Scuba instructor Brian.
It sounds so like, yeah, I don't know. Never mind. It's fine.
And then Olivia is a down on her luck stand-up comic who has to stop the robbery of a Las Vegas casino.
Stop. All right. I don't want to look at these. Don't want to see them.
Oh, they're wonderful.
Uh-huh.
Nikki, don't you want to live to the max?
No, apparently I do not.
Don't you want
and I don't
to take
like that
it
sentence.
to the max?
I don't want to.
Good. I'm going to keep saying it.
Oh, so please don't get these. Are they free? Like, it feels like it's free with a meal.
They'll be free on the DC Universe comic app.
The Riot really wanted to do this live, but now they can play video games and eat rice cakes instead. This is the worst of the Riot podcast.
How do you guys feel about bagpipes?
Oh, it's a lovely sound, isn't it?
You know what's funny? They don't bother me.
They don't?
Does that bother you? I mean, if it was too loud.
I think I would only last a certain amount of time with it.
Now I feel like I need to find out.
I know. You want to keep it going forever.
Like today while I'm working, I just need to play some bagpipes in the background just to see
how long it would till I have to get away from it.
How long before I'm like, I can't take it.
Which is why these bagpipes are in the news. That's exactly what they're using them for.
So there's a McDonald's restaurant in Sacramento where basically they're tired of people hanging. No, Nikki.
Yo, you want to back?
I haven't reached the...
You haven't reached the point yet?
No.
But I want to hear you and the details. I want to absorb that.
So you've already hit your bagpipe threshold?
It's a Tuesday, you know?
No, I know what it is. You just like it so much that you need to turn it off because otherwise you won't hear anything I say because you're just focused on the pipes.
I won't be able to.
I get that. I really do understand. So there's a McDonald's in Sacramento where they are, according to neighbors, blasting bagpipe music in their parking lot.
So basically the problem is with homeless people loitering and staying at the McDonald's, and so they use the music as a way to deter them from staying and living at the McDonald's.
They're just like, eventually they've had enough and they
want them to leave.
This is the best way because they don't have to tell them to leave. Eventually, people just leave on their own.
It's a statement. But the neighbors of the McDonald's is the one that really has the problem with it. They say that they are trying to, they play this music 24 hours a day just to stop people from
hanging out.
Yeah, from being there.
I get that. Though, you know what? I just show them. I get used to it. I just start sleeping there and just be like, you know what? I've gotten to the point now I can't go to sleep without some bagpipes. That's the real difficulty.
You turn to the other side and
I need my fan and I need some bagpipes.
So basically, another restaurant in Sacramento did the same tactic, and then a 7-Eleven that was in Hollywood did classical music to deter homeless people, and then another convenience store in Sacramento, instead of playing the bagpipes or a classic tone, actually played a high-pitched tone to bother people more.
I'll tell you right now, I have a neighbor that's like 4 or 5 houses down from me, and I can't hear it at my house, but he has this really high-pitched noisemaker on his house to keep neighborhood cats away. And every time I walk past his house, I want to scream. And so I finally actually asked him about it. I was like, hey, do you know that you have a high-pitched whine that comes from your house? Because I have asked other neighbors, and they can't hear it. And I can absolutely hear it. And he's like, you can hear that?
Yeah. You know, part cat?
Well, he actually said, he's like, well, they told me that you wouldn't be able to hear it.
It's like wrong.
And he's like, it's to keep the neighborhood cats away from his pond.
So for this, you could hear the high-pitched noise. It wasn't like for a cat. This is one that...
Hey, I can hear it now.
It is noticeable.
Hurts my ears.
The Sacramento Police Department has received so many complaints that McDonald's has stopped using the bagpipe music, though they're still trying to look into ways to keep people from staying there who are not supposed to be staying there.
Ooh, Nikki.
And during the whole bagpipe music, homeless people were still living there. It did not stop them.
Because they enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Check this out. I just found this. This is Lord of the Rings, The Shire, music and ambiance.
Well, maybe this is nice.
Maybe we should play this outside the McDonald's.
I don't know. This would actually be welcoming.
I saw they were having a deal where you could get 2 10-piece McNuggets for $5.
In the Shire?
I love that.
Yeah,
so I could just sit outside the McDonald's, eat my chicken McNuggets, and wait for Gandalf to wander by. Doesn't that sound nice?
It does.
Mr. Frodo!
This is not what they were playing at the store.
2 for $5, Mr. Frodo! And unlimited refills! All right, it's fine.
That seems more like a partnership.
Man, I'm liking that. I'm putting that on my list. I'm going to play that.
Listen to that later?
I'm going to play that later.
Like, what were you doing today? Well, I was trying to find this annoying music that would keep people from staying, and I ended up finding something I liked.
I also want some chicken McNuggets.
That also happened, too.
I got to go to Sacramento. I'll be back, guys.
Is it healthy eating so many snacks, chips, and Oreos every single morning? No, of course not. But they do it for you.
Too many guys got the stomach for this line of work.
That's real love. It's The Riot on Radio U.
This study that I'm looking at that shows that when working from home, women are way more likely to lie than men are about the work that they're doing.
Really?
Yeah.
You're bringing this.
Well, I am, because I just want Michael to be aware that you're probably lying to him.
Based on what we're seeing scientifically, right, from this study.
Nikki, science!
Science doesn't lie.
It never
Only
lies.
women working from home. Oh, my gosh. Why is this a study?
Of course,
Who did this
obviously.
study?
A bunch of men who can show. You're all just a bunch of liars.
I suggest you tread carefully when sharing this study.
Nikki, my life's already forfeit. It doesn't matter.
It's fine.
I'm on borrowed time as it is.
So what are they saying?
Well, what they did was they took a group of people and...
Ladies? Or just out of the group of people?
No, men and women. Because they wanted to see...
Who was the lying one?
Who were the liars. And it was all the women.
And
the men were like, I cannot tell a lie.
Right.
I've never lied about anything in my whole life.
Which is the lie. I think we all equally lie, men and women.
Not according to science.
Oh.
So here's what they found.
I get it. We lied because we did more than what we said we did.
Oh, yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. I
figured it out. I wouldn't want the men to feel bad.
I wouldn't want Obadiah to feel bad about the fact that I've done approximately 5 times the work he did in less than half the time. But he still brings great personality, and we appreciate him.
He brings a lot of personality to it.
Also a lie.
So, okay, what did they say?
So here's the study was they had people flip a coin 4 times. If the coin came up tails, they were rewarded for it. And they found that if it was done face-to-face, most people told the truth. But if you were allowed to report the results through email and you knew that there was a reward involved...
Yeah, the women would lie?
Yeah.
Because that's efficient.
They would lie through email.
Oh, great.
So face-to-face...
But in a professional way?
Face-to-face. Yeah. You know... I mean, I wouldn't call it a lie as much as it was misleading.
Guys, I don't know about this study.
All I'm saying is that professionally, from now on, Michael shouldn't believe anything you say.
Right.
Especially through email.
Especially through email, it's all a lie.
You have to come in and meet with him face to face, and you have to discuss everything.
I cannot believe you brought this to the show. I can't believe you must have been so excited when you found this.
Oh, Nikki, distraught. I mean, I sat upstairs staring out the window just thinking like,
should I not?
How many things has Nikki lied to me about through email? And am I ready to blow this thing wide open? Do I dare bring it? Or do we just continue to live the lie together?
I don't know.
You know what, Nikki? There's been too many lies in this relationship. To quote, one of my favorite moments in my whole life was sitting down with a friend of mine talking about his relationship with his girlfriend. And he said to me, we decided no more lies.
No more?
And I was like, okay, wait, you start with that. All right? We don't get to that in the middle. I don't think you're going to make it.
Well, maybe they had a few too many lies in the beginning.
They didn't make it.
Aw, that's not a surprise.
Apparently, she'd been emailing him a lot.
Well, now you know, or just a reminder, no matter if you're a man or a woman, to please don't lie.
Please don't lie.
In your emails.
Or face-to-face.
What? Let's work on emails first.
I've never lied to email Nikki face-to-face. See how I couldn't even say that? So
Your body was like, that's a lie. That is a lie.
I choked on it.
If you missed out on the next Riot moment when it originally aired, you don't know how lucky you are. You're listening to the Worst of the Riot podcast.
Man, I got to tell you, wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for it. I wasn't ready, Nikki. I wasn't ready for you to move further up and further in
for
to
what?
The Asian landmass.
For what?
Well,
did he tell you? Oh, come on.
I wasn't ready for this, okay? If Eric had told me, hey, Nikki's into a new Korean drama, I'd be like, yeah, whatever. Or maybe if he had said, like, she's moved into Chinese TV. Okay,
No,
I mean, we've done Japan, we've done Korea. Sure, like Nikki's on China. She's not.
I do watch stuff there.
Pretty soon, it's going to be Mongolia and Russia. But no, she decided to push westward.
I tried to watch a Russian one once.
Into Turkey. You are watching Turkish television?
Turkish drama.
What are you doing?
It's 50 episodes, and they're like an hour and a half to 2 hours long. It's so stupid. We don't need to talk about this.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Oh, my gosh.
We do not.
We
like
have
what
to
we
talk.
like.
No, not good enough. I have to know more about this. First off, okay, one, where did you, like, what
Someone
Reddit
just posted
forum,
about
where
it.
were you
I think it was on Reddit, actually, and someone just posted about it. I was like, oh, that's interesting. I've never watched a Turkish drama, and there it is. It's on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you found them. They don't have a service. They're just straight to YouTube.
No, and what's funny is at the end of every episode, they're like, the next one's not going to be subbed if you don't pay 20, like if people don't pay $20. So they are always trying, whoever subbed it is always asking for money.
And are they getting that money?
It's a few years old. It's an older show.
Okay, can you tell me what it's called?
No. I'm not telling you.
I want to know what it's called.
No, I actually don't even remember it because I only see it in Turkish.
Send me a link.
I'm not sending you a link.
How bad is the
Negative.
video quality?
It's actually pretty good. It's better than I thought.
Okay.
The subs are the only thing. Like whenever it says she, it always says he. They reverse that constantly. So I don't know.
Nikki, they're very gender fluid in Turkey.
Well, it's just weird whenever they're talking about something, they'll be like, she's doing that, but instead they'll put, he's doing that. So you're like, I don't know the translation or stuff, because sometimes if you watch a lot of subbed items, they tend to be not perfect.
You know, Nikki, in Shakespeare's time, all the actors were men.
Really?
So maybe that's what's happening. Maybe in Turkey, all the actors are men.
Well, it's just the subs are wrong, I think, with it, but it looks pretty good. It's not bad.
What's the plot?
It's weird. It's about like some sort of agency where they're all working, but I don't think anybody really has a job. Like I can't track what they're doing.
Okay.
And they're just trying to get these, like advertising jobs.
Okay, so it's a group of attractive young Turkish professionals?
Pretty much. But
Okay.
It's so funny because I was watching one episode and then the next episode, everybody had new offices, like really nice ones. And I thought you were just the lowest person in this office and now you have this great big one.
Well, maybe they have a lot of space there.
It's, it's not perfect. It's not perfect to track along with it. But yeah, I'm watching it.
So there wasn't enough on Netflix, YouTube TV.
Well, Netflix has been doing really well. They bought a ton of Korean shows.
Yeah.
So I usually watch it there, but I was just like, I wonder what a Turkish drama looks like.
And now you're in.
Not really, unless someone has any recommendations. I haven't seen anything else outside of this.
I'll just tell you, if you said to me like, hey, all right, what do you
am I
think?
watching?
Like, what do you think Nikki's watching? I'd be like, I don't know. Isn't there a new season of the Grand Tour?
You never know what I might be watching.
Wow. Turkish dramas.
Just one. Don't
You know
make
what
it.
that makes me think of?
Not a lot.
Do you know that that thing where the Middle Eastern whatever, they had like the generic Mickey Mouse show? That's me. That's what you're watching. I don't know if that's I'm sure it's
No,
not.
it looks
but to
fine.
me, that's what you're watching. The weird Mickey Mouse guy.
No.
Just yep. So I don't even want to know what it actually looks like. I just want to imagine you at home watching that on your iPad.
And this is why I shouldn't tell anybody what I'm watching. Anytime you're going to ask, I'm going to say, I don't know. I'm not watching anything.
Well, do you want to tell me about the new Grand Tour stuff? Not
yes,
now. We need to take a break.
We can.
And come back.
From
and
one country to the other.
I also need the link to this Turkish drama.
I'm not telling it to you.
I'm looking for something to watch.
No, you're not going to watch it.
I'm looking for
And
something
then you're just
that's
gonna make fun of it.
and entertaining, and
Nope.
I can enjoy it.
No.
I'm going to have Eric dig through your history and get
He's
it from
not
me.
going to find it.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he is.
Stop it.
No, he's not.
Are people really still listening to The Riot? You don't have work to do or laundry to fold or literally anything else to do? The Riot, Radio U.
We've all had problems with landlords. Actually, I don't think I have. Most of my landlord experiences have been fine, I guess. I paid them.
Yeah, It was fine.
They, like, one time I had a sink that blew up or something while I was gone on vacation and came home to a soaked floor.
They took care of it?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was like 2 days because it was a Sunday night, so like it wasn't, it's been fine mostly.
I just had the time that the guy below us was growing he had just basically a marijuana farm in his place. And no one in the management office would do anything about it.
Yeah.
For obvious reasons. You know why. But it was like, please, will you make them stop?
What were the obvious reasons?
Because they're probably using the stuff.
Oh, so you're saying like they were getting free marijuana from the guy?
Yeah, I think so. But, I mean, it caused havoc in the building, and it was just a lot of drama.
And you know what, Nikki? Once they legalize marijuana, those mom-and-pop marijuana stores are all going to dry up for Walmart marijuana.
And then it's no longer apartment marijuana.
Man, I miss the days you could get a good home brew. Okay, so we've got a woman here in...
I wish I would have said that to him back then.
in Florida that's got, like a little bit of a problem, okay? She's 59 years old. Her name's Joanne, and her landlord came over. I don't have the landlord's name. She was 65, and she comes over because the rent's due. You know what I'm saying?
You go collect the rent?
Yeah, and so she's like, hey, you got to pay me, and Joanne's like, nah. And I don't know how this ended up happening, but the landlord ended up using her key to come in. Joanne was in there, and she reached for the bucket of water that she keeps to splash it in the woman's face. Like, hey, get out of here. But you know what? She accidentally grabbed, this is her words, she grabbed the wrong bucket. And that bucket of human feces that she had laying around, she ended up splashing that right in her landlord's face.
Who has that bucket?
That's what I'd like to know.
Who has that?
Who, for 2 buckets? I've got a bucket for cold water and a bucket for feces that I keep.
Does she not have a working bathroom? Is she just using the bathroom
Maybe
in the
that's why
place?
she wasn't paying her rent.
Do you remember that story in the UK where the guy got so mad at like a neighbor? He collected his...
Number 2 in a 5-gallon bucket.
And then eventually, like, he put it and poured it through a letter thing on a door.
He got a reverse vacuum, and he used that to blow the 5-gallon bucket through the mail slot.
Into the guy's house.
Over the inside.
That he was mad at. So you're sitting here like, who does that? We actually read stories of people that do that. I'm not happy that people do that. I don't understand that people do that, but people do.
Nikki and I have seen things, guys.
We have read stories that we didn't even tell you guys about.
We're like, it's too much. People shouldn't have to know.
Yeah, you could never erase and take out of your memory what we've read about.
I just love, so I have photos of the woman.
Well, that's medical then? Like, you could really go after somebody for doing that.
Here's photos of the police arriving. She waited for them to get there to really clean herself up because she wanted... them to have evidence. Like, hey, look what she did.
Oh, man, she had to sit there like that.
And so the police have photos and stuff. And that's what I love is just that, Joanne's response to the police was like, you know what? My bad. I grabbed the wrong bucket. To which, again, it's like, okay, so a bucket of water, sure. Why do you have the other bucket?
No, guess what? Why do you even have a bucket of water sitting there?
No.
That's its own thing, too.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe why?
Why not?
Give me it.
Why not? Bucket of water. Maybe it was a rain bucket.
No, it's not outside. It was inside. And then it's a barrel. You're like, oh, thank gosh, the other one wasn't a barrel. Oh, boy.
You know what? We can stop there.
You sure?
I'm fine.
I feel bad for the lady.
Oh, yeah.
Not the landlady, not the other one.
No, both of them.
May you, landlady, be able to go after the person, get her arrested or whatever.
I feel sorry for both of them because sorry for the landlady that got splashed, and then sorry for the other lady who, for reasons we don't completely understand, was using the bucket.
Hey, I watched that Hoarders show.
Yeah.
And
are you saying that's more common than we think?
Some people are fine with that.
I'm really done now.
The worst of the riot is over, but the fun can keep going.
Hey, I saw you checking out my goods.
Check the Riot blog or stalk us on social media.
You want to sample them? A little try before you buy, huh?
Through riot.radiou.com.
I would rather drink dirty water that's free than have to come in and pay for coffee.